So basically what I'll do is I'll put the recording to the Get Right call in the coach training. And basically it walks brand new coaches how to navigate Facebook, how to like have time management with what group to go to first so they don't get overwhelmed. I set goals with them to get their products paid for, get 3 customers, right? Help them to show them what it looks like to get to Emerald. And then also talk about that first like initial conversation of how to build their brand, because that really is what sets you apart from the next coach. And people always say, oh my gosh, you know, where I live, you know, I'm so saturated with Beachbody coaches. And I'm like, oh, no, you're not. I was in the most saturated city in the entire country, which was Dallas. And I even tell you, like, the mailman was a Beachbody coach. It was insane. Miss Jody. So what I'm going to do for you guys, since you guys are not like, this is not like your first month as a brand new coach, right? Is I want you guys, Jody, you might need to type it in. I'll give everybody just a couple minutes to get on. I'll put you on mute, Miss Jody. Hey, Miss Candy.
Hey, Rhonda.
All right. So what I'm going to do is this call is going to be like 20 minutes of you guys just asking questions. And I actually love calls like this because you get to kind of just dive into, all right, I'm doing really good at this, but I'm struggling in this area. What would be your recommendation? And it's kind of because all 3 of you girls are not brand new coaches. Like I don't need to teach you to live the 4 vital behaviors. I don't need to teach you, you know, how to post on social media. I don't need to teach you how to check in the challenge groups and how to do that, right? Like some new coaches. And then obviously if you guys don't know already, which all of you do, to get your products paid for, you need 3 customers to get your products paid for. So with that being said, why don't we start with you, Miss Jessica? Because you're freaking killing it, girl. You're doing so good.
I have a question about placement for customers or coaches. So I turned myself Emerald, and I know that the next goal is to turn my husband Emerald, which I just need 1 more. But then does it matter where I place him from there?
So the best way to go about this is to place your husband on your weak leg. And if people get overwhelmed with what weak leg is, and first foremost, in the coach training group, there are videos that show you. I have all of those videos. You guys scroll through the news feed there. But the easiest way to break it down is your number 1 goal is to take care of your business first. So what you want to do is you want to get to Emerald, which is signing your husband on your weak leg, which is the leg that is not attached to a single person. And the other leg that's not weak, the reason we say it's not, is our entire team is connected to that leg. So basically you have a leg where your coach placed you. Everybody has a weak and a strong leg. And the reason you want to place your husband under your weak leg is that you have control over that leg now. Like you can actually, like I get to control, you know, my husband in keeping his Emerald status, keeping his Diamond status, keeping all those things, versus if I put, you know, Mary Sue on that side, she's not my husband, she drops rank, I'm like, oh crap, right? So it gives you control in your business. So once you get to Emerald, which is 1 active coach on the left, 1 active coach on the right, which is 50 personal volume points, then what you want to do is alternate. 4 coaches on each side. That's all you need. So 4 total coaches that are active is all it takes to get to Diamond. And then 1 coach on each side is Emerald. So your number 1 thing is to get to Success Club every single month and then get your husband to Emerald. Okay. And this is an area where you'll hear different coaches say different things, but like my upline coach says, here's the deal. Your number 1 priority is your business, because if you work on somebody else's, then you're not directly going to be impacting your income. So you want to actually get to Success Club first. Like one of my coaches today texted me and she goes, okay, I'm at Success Club 10 on the 10th. I was like, okay, awesome. Now you work on your husband. So as soon as you hit Success Club 10, which is helping 5 people per month, you guys. And that's the thing is I set a goal every month. I'm like, in 30 days, can I help 5 people to sign up exactly the same way I did? I'm like, that's a no-brainer with guaranteed results. And so I go into each month and I actually, for me, each week, I try to hit Success Club again and again and again, right? Because I really don't pay attention to the number. But I think when we break it down to when you turn Emerald, one coach on each side, turn emerald again, turn emerald again, turn emerald again. So 4 times you would do. So 4 coaches on the left, 4 coaches on the right. When you simplify it like that and you alternate, then it just makes this business so much easier. I never overcomplicated it. Now there is one little factor that you definitely can think about, but it doesn't always benefit you, is sometimes I'll have a coach that will come to me and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm totally going to crush this business and I'm going to be so amazing. And I will tell you 99% of the time they never do. I actually find my discount coaches are the ones that are actually the most amazing coaches, because they are number one most worried about getting amazing results in the challenge group. So they become product of the product before they start trying to learn all this crap, right? Yeah. And so they're in to get great results. So I always say this, the only time that you would vary from, and again, this has backfired on me a million times, but it has worked. The any time that you are not going to alternate left to right is if somebody tells you, and like you're like, I know this person's going to kill it, then I will automatically put that person on the opposite side of my husband, because that's going to like be an easy, well, she'll keep emerald, right? Like she'll work the business because you have control over your husband, right? Mm-hmm. So if anybody ever tells me that, I will kind of, but here's what I do is right now I'm just trying to alternate back and forth and keep the tree as even as possible. But as you start growing, you do tend to kind of do, let's say for instance, down the road, 3 on your weak leg, 1 on your strong, 3 on your weak leg, 1 on your strong, because ultimately your goal is to build your weak leg. Because the more volume you make in your business, the more team cycle bonus you make. So for me, like just in my first business center per week, I make almost $3,000 per week just by the team. I don't have to sell a damn thing. It's all because my volume from you guys being rock stars and you guys being active and you guys changing lives. And so that's ultimately what you want to have happen. But it starts with that first emerald. So Jessica, there's my because it was a little more, I want to explain why you would do it this way, but I wanted to simplify it. It really is hit emerald 4 times. You know what I mean? And then don't even, as you're signing coaches, right? And you're signing them, because here's the thing is I don't really sign, I sign on average 2 customers per month. All the rest are coaches. I don't really give people options. I say, I'm going to sign you up the same way I got, get you the discounts, get you amazing results, and you're stuck with me forever. And you're going to get the VIB discount, which means you're going to save $25 per month, just like me, or 25%, right? So I don't really give. And then every once in a while people go, oh my God, no. And I'm like, okay, well, and I explain it to them. And then they still say no. I'm like, awesome. Well, we can always revisit that. So I definitely don't give people options. So as I'm signing them, I'm just really aware of where they're going to benefit the long-term aspect of my goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions on that?
The only other place I'm struggling is getting Instagram followers. Is it normal in the beginning? Because I didn't have an Instagram. I just created it. I did have a Facebook, and that's where I feel like I get more of my attention. But once my warm market runs out, then that's why I'm trying to build Instagram. But is it normal to get like businesses and like people with huge followings in the beginning? Because that's who I'm getting. I'm not getting like moms.
Yes, totally. So here's what I want you to write down. Write down this, and I want all of you guys to watch this if you haven't already. And what I want you to do, so like when we talk about watching a YouTube video, I think as new coaches, we watch it and there's like 20 things they tell us to do. And we're like, well, which one do I do, right? And so what I want you guys to do is I want you to look up on YouTube, Jatana Jackson, Instagram. So Jatana, I think is how her name is spelled. And you could even look up, and again, I don't know what it's going to say exactly, but it's Jatana Jackson. You could even look up like Beachbody Summit 2018. She did an entire training on Instagram, and it was life-changing. Like, it was amazing. I was doing about 90% of them, but the other 10% that I wasn't doing, I applied like that. And so what I would do is watch that video. That really is all you need to know. I could like literally hear it and tell you. But the other thing is too, I want you to also recognize what you're good at. So Facebook can be your place that you were just really good at. And you can use Facebook as that platform to be able to draw people to Instagram. So for instance, I do this on Instagram because some of the things I can't do on Instagram. Like I actually am, like I've been struggling with Instagram where my live video is only lasts for 24 hours because everything I talk about is gone in 24 hours and I'm like, oh, and then I don't go live on both platforms sometimes and then I'm like, okay, if I was on Facebook, it would have saved. So sometimes what I'll do is I've been doing a little bit more IG videos so they stay there forever on purpose because I don't want to keep recreating the same thing. But what you could do is on Facebook, you could talk about this IG video that you did and, hey, you guys, I did this, awesome recipe, or I did this thing. Make sure that you follow me on this Instagram because I shared the recipe today. So you can work your Facebook to be able to benefit your Instagram. So I do this, but I'm the opposite of you. Okay, so I'm constantly like, I can't stand Facebook. Like I literally wish it would die and go away. I love Instagram. And so I'm always like, I'm on Instagram all the time. Like that's where I spend my time. I'm not super hip on Facebook. It's been known as, what does it say? It's kind of, but this is the thing is like, if you rock it, then you need to do Facebook. And then what you do is you're just always dabbling in Instagram, trying to make it better. So don't try to do both great, because I don't. I really suck at Facebook. I actually get frustrated and I'm like, oh, go away. I'm on Instagram, guys, come over here, right? So, but there are things that each platform can't do. So I do have to, and I actually on purpose, Jessica, what I actually do is I will share some old videos with a picture on Instagram story with a recipe or something with a swipe up feature or something of some sort, or, message me and I'll send you the recipe. And I send them that direct link to Facebook. So that gets me more followers on Facebook. So I'm always kind of dabbling in Facebook, but I'm really doing Instagram, and you would just be the opposite of how you would do that. But watch that video from Jatana Jackson. It is flipping amazing, you guys. You will learn so much. But again, do me a favor, take one or two things that you go, I'm going to apply those things this week, because she does have like a lot. Like it's like 15 or 20 different things that you can actually apply. Jody says, do you give them all the Coach VIP info before sending the cart so they know what to expect? I know these captive app for Instagram for iPhone. Is there a compared app for Android? So do I tell them what the VIP is before they actually are signing? Yes. So here's how I do. I think that's Jody. I think that's what you're asking. So I have that graphic. And hey, Miss Stephanie, I have that graphic that I can share with you guys. So all of you guys have been coaches for a while, so I'm kind of doing just like a Q&A. But I have that graphic that walks them through what a VIP person is, where they get the discount, all of that. My voice messages, I'll say it, but I also, in my writing with my first contact, that I keep, you guys, so by the way, in this coach training group, there's everything you ever will need. Like if somebody asks you what Shakeology is, I have it saved on my phone. Somebody asks you what VIP is, I have it saved on my phone. And I literally just under notepads, I can click on everything, every file that's in our coach training group I have on my phone. So I go to, I have one for hashtags. So I click on hashtags in my business centers and all my information's there. So I never have to recreate my hashtags. I go to, let's see, my Amazon books that I want to order. I haven't. Let's see, my first contact, when people reach out to me, what I send them, copy paste. So I literally just go into the file section in the coach training group and copy the first contact, copy all of that. So why I'm saying this, Jody, is in my first contact, I actually talk about that they're going to get the VIP experience with me, which means they're going to get 25% off everything, and you're basically stuck with me. I kind of make a joke about it. This works for me. It may not work for you guys, but I say, okay, basically you're stuck with me forever. And they kind of laugh. They're like, okay. And then, and then I actually send the voice message and I let them know before I send the share a cart. All right, girl, so you want to lose 20 pounds? Here's the workout we're going to do. Here's the shake flavor that you're going to do. Here's your share a cart. This is the VIP experience. So again, you're going to get 25% just like me. So that you get to be in all my groups every single month that I run a new one, you're guaranteed a spot in it. And I kind of make it sound like that. And then again, like I said, I might have one or two a month that come back and they're like, so I don't want to work the business. And I'm like, don't even worry, girlfriend. Like, I totally get it. I never planned on it. Let's just get you the discount. And then if they come back and they're like, absolutely not, I'm like, cool. not a problem. This is what I say. I'm a little bit of a bitch, but I'm like, great. If you want to pay full price, that's 100% up to you. That's fine. Let me resend the link where you pay full price. No, I don't say it quite like that. But I actually do say, I'm like, that's fine. Like if you want to pay full price for the same thing, that is 100% up to you. I literally do. Because I'm like, are you crazy? Let me see. Let me go to Nordstrom's or TJ Maxx. Right? So I just kind of let them know, and then they kind of go, oh, and I'm like, yeah, girl, like, you don't know. They just have to understand. A lot of times it's our job to kind of like let them know. And then I also have even said things like, I never do anybody disservice. Let's make sure and give you the discount, get you the same experience I have. That way, every single month you're saving $32 a month. I do this through voice message. I do a lot of voice messages. People like flip out and think it's like amazing. And I hope that I can always do this. But then I have that copy and paste contact. So Jody, I hope that helps. Did that help you? Okay, cool. Miss Candy, if you want to type in or unmute your line, ask me anything you want.
Okay, Miss Rhonda, for me, it's my branding.
Okay.
I'm having a really hard time. Like, I was just kind of jotting down a few things here. And, well, cooking, like recipes, I actually enjoy it. So I was thinking about putting that. Gardening, actually, it's something I've started.
Okay.
But just small things. Like, I'm not going to do, planters and whatever. Organization.
Oh, love it. Girl,
Okay.
like right now, my mind is going a billion miles an hour of all the stuff that you could get for free on social media.
Well, this is where I'm going, right? Now, for me, I'm not the married girl with kids and pets. So I've got common law, no kids, no pets.
Yes.
But I'm not exactly sure how to work that one into my stories and stuff.
Yeah, that's okay. I help a lot of women that are single and don't have children, never want children, and they're like 20 years old. And I'm like, okay, why do you want me, right? I'm complete opposite of me, right? So what I actually would do is immediately, write this down, Candy. For any of you guys that have not read the book, this book changed my entire business. And I remember exactly where I was when I listened to it. And I remember I looked at my husband, I went, oh my gosh, this book literally just a light bulb went off. And it's called The Go-Givers. And the reason I want you to read this is it really is about giving more and taking less. And so do you guys notice, like I'm collaborating with a lot of companies on Instagram? The more that I collaborate with them, the more people, I'm not even reaching out to people anymore. Now they're reaching out to me because they see that I'm giving somebody something for free. So initially what that means is, Candy, when I think of you, okay, so I absolutely hate to cook. Like I'm like, okay, y'all want tacos and spaghetti again? How about burgers? How about chicken on the grill? That's all I'm doing. Like I don't cook anything. Like there is nothing, like I am so all-American cooker. Like I don't make anything complicated. When people ask me, they're like, well, what kind of seasoning? I'm like, I don't know, like just this one. Like I'm not, like I really don't love it. So, but you do, and you have this amazing transformation. So couple ideas to think about on your, first of all, read this book. It teaches you how, and it's actually different than any personal development book you guys will ever do. How many of you guys have read it? You guys read The Go-Givers? Yeah. It just really teaches you to be more present in giving more to your audience and just being conscious that the harder we work to give more, and you love what you're giving. So like I love sharing. I would never represent another company that I did not like. So first of all, this shirt, you guys, that I'm wearing today, where I gave the link for it, dude, it is like Lululemon quality. I'm like, I want to order all kinds of stuff from that, but I would never represent something I didn't love, right? And so what you're going to do, Candy, is you are down, I don't even remember, 20, 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah, 20. It's
right?
almost 20.
So
yeah.
I know people are reaching out to you going, Candy, how the hell are you doing this? And you've got this great transformation picture, and then you share it. And then you lose them sometimes in that first conversation because they're just like, oh, Candy's trying to sell me something. And you know why? Because we've never built the trust with them first. Yeah. So what I would do if I were you, and one of the things I would write down is say, okay, if people are inspired by the fact that I've lost 20 pounds, how can I give them something for free through my social media that would allow me to be able to show them how I lost the 20 pounds without them having to buy something from me? You guys, I literally had a lady message me the other day. She goes, all right, I'm ready to work with you because those sheets that you recommended for my bed are the best sheets I've ever had in my life. And I'm laughing, but it's true because she took my recommendation on the sheets, she now trusts me in other areas of her life. And so initially, Candy, what I would do is you probably have some amazing recipes because you love to cook. What I would immediately do, because I'm in the same boat. People go, Rhonda, how did you get these results? How many times have y'all seen me make my Reese's peanut butter cups? My husband and my kids go, oh my God, I could do it for you. Move out of the way, Mom. They've seen me do it a billion times. But my people want it, so I will always give it to them. I've got new people all the time. And so people are wanting to know, Candy, this is really great, but what are some of the recipes that you did to make you get these results? And so what you can do is go on social media, and what I would do if I were you is I'd ask questions before you ever did it. Hey, you guys, a lot of you guys, and you could share a transformation picture. Go ahead, Jody, ask another question. You could share a transformation picture or something, or you cooking or something, right? And you say, hey guys, I've had a lot of you guys ask me how I've lost the 20 pounds. Would you like me to share some of my recipes with you? Comment below, drop a heart, let me know. You'll watch your engagement go up dramatically.
Okay.
You have to give to them to receive. And it does, you guys, it takes time. I plan a lot of my things in advance. Like most of my day today is already on my phone. That way I'm not constantly on my phone, right? I've got things saved throughout the day, but I'm going to give them. And then the other thing is, Candy, whether you are a single person, or I'm not single, but a person without kids or whatever, everybody needs help in organizing. Everybody. So like the other day, where was I? I was at Sephora. And I walked in the store and, oh my God, it was like, I thought like the whole store was like for free or something. I was like, what's going on? And they said, oh, the whole store is 20% off just through tomorrow. So I immediately went on Instagram stories and I was like, guys, the whole store is 20% off till tomorrow. Get your butt over here, right? But that's like my people. So, so what I would do is even you could upload like you cooking or a recipe to IG video. To Instagram and stories, you could share a picture of it and say, hit like, yes or no, or yes or no if you want me to share this recipe with you. And you could start building, and then all of a sudden you start giving them some recipes and they're like, oh my God, Candy, that was amazing. Like that was so good. Now, like, hey, what do you have anything for like nighttime cravings? And they'll be like, okay, cool, yeah, I'll share this. And you can kind of start sharing, and then they kind of start asking you questions. The organizational thing too, I bet you've got tips and tools where I follow you and I'd be like, okay, like, what do you do? Because that is actually funny story. Before I became a Beachbody coach, I looked into running my own business to be an organizational person. I wanted to go to people's houses and organize their homes because I did it for all my friends and I love it. And now it's a hot mess. So, but I know that everybody needs help with that. Gardening, like if you do, like I'm actually going to be making a garden and I'm going to be, planting 4 or 5 different veggies, and I'm going to kind of share how I do that. And I actually am a lot like you, Candy. Like I love planting flowers and being outside. Like it is just such a part of me. And it's something that you could share as well. And it just lets people know, you let them into your world instead of it being all about the damn workout we're doing in the shake, right? Yeah. I love you because of that. They don't love you because you became a Beachbody coach. They love you for the fact that you love to cook, you love to organize, you love to plant, all of those things. So I would start that process, Candy, start there. And then through the next 14 to 15 days in this coach training group, would you come in and tag me and share pictures or just little things that you're doing, and I can kind of help you and show you, give you some advice in any way, shape, or form?
That'd be awesome. Yeah,
I think it'd be really fun for people to be able to feel like they got something from you versus, and that's what you guys, if you look at my stuff, I'm always sharing recipes. I'm always answering questions. I'm always giving more because I want my people to know that I care. Like I care beyond, I don't care about the challenge pack does not pay my mortgage. I'm sorry. Like that is not why I do what I do, right? Yeah, that's going to help in the beginning, right? But that's not why I do what I do. We've got to make sure it's a long-term love and commitment that we have for these people. So I hope that helps, Candy. Jody says, I have a girl in a challenge group that isn't participating in the group. Absolutely. I've had her checked on her several times and she doesn't respond to me, but I've tried to convey to her how important being a part of the group communicate is, but she's still not. Is there any way you can get her to plug in more. So Jody, you can't want it for her. It sucks, right? And I'll tell you guys this, I've got people I've helped, like it actually breaks my heart sometimes. There's actually been a couple people I literally fell in love with, and I still to this day, like they literally didn't follow through with anything I told them to do. And they would have like 80 and 90 pounds to lose. And even like a couple of them built relationships with my husband, and I fell in love with them, and they literally just wouldn't do the work. And I couldn't, like, and to this day, I was like, I'm here for you, but dude, yeah, this is what, so I will say this, Jody, one of the things that I changed about 2 years ago in my challenge groups is when I start a new challenge group, I'm super, what is the word? It's not aggressive. Like I'm super crystal clear. I don't know, my brain is farting. When I start the group, when I do the live video of what my expectations are of them. I also let them know that the people that don't check in and the people that don't share on the Friday check-in or whatever are the ones that don't get the best results. I call their butt out before we even start. I tell them that here's the deal. I've been doing this for so long, and Jody, you can say the same thing. I've been in groups for so long. The people that are the most present, and you could even like write up a little paragraph, save it on your phone, Jody. So every time you run a new challenge group, you tag your people in it and say, here's the deal. This is what you need to do to be successful. If you don't show up and you don't commit to yourself, right? You spent $160. I need you to commit to yourself. Are these things in this video that Rhonda shared or that I shared, are those things that you can commit to starting now? And I really do, you guys, it has taken my business from kind of getting people results to, do you guys see the check-ins now? They're stupid amazing, right? Because if I let them know they're gonna suck, like they haven't even started, and I'm like, you are gonna suck and fail at this if you don't do what I'm telling you right now. Immediately on day one, they're like, oh, okay, cool. And like, I will call them out. Like I had 2 girls this month in the new challenge group that posted their pictures in full on sweats in a black outfit.
Oh, geez.
And I called them out. I said, I love you. Thank you so much for doing this. This is not going to work for me. Because I can't even see their bodies. Like I was like, and they were so cute because they're like, you're right. And I said, here's what I want you to do. I said, you're very brave to share this. I said, I want you to do me a favor and do it today. I want you to go take pictures in a sports bra and some shorts, and I want you to keep them for yourself. And I want you to do that. Now I'm kind of learning I probably should have had them still send them to me, private message them to me. But I will, even like if people don't do the before pictures, I call them out. Because not that our team is like stupid amazing, but we are, okay? And it's all because of you guys. And I have like corporate even asking me, how are you getting so many great transformations? Because we know the program works, but my people are sharing it with me. And the reason they are, Jody, is I just don't accept anything else. She doesn't respond to me, that's okay. And it's doing just okay. What I would do, Jody, is that last final check-in. Is she drinking Shakeology and all of that? Okay, cool. What I would do is Jody, is I would send her maybe a private, voice message, say, hey, Jessica, like I love you. I don't want to, like, I feel like I'm stalking you sometimes, but I just want you to know that I am here. If you need anything, please, anything you need, just let me know and I'll grab it for you. You can't almost make, and I will tell you this, you guys, I have helped a very small amount, but a handful of people that are just super quiet and they got killer results. It does happen on occasion. Yes, not, the norm is if somebody's quiet, they're kind of sucking. The norm, but that's not always the case. She could be killing it. I don't know. So I would just send her like just a cute little, depending on how long it's been, and just say, hey, I feel like I'm like kind of stalking you. And I've done that for them, like, hey, just, I'm here for you, right? So let's see, let's do Miss Stephanie. How are you, girlfriend? I'll let you unmute it. Any questions you might have? Let's see, Jody says she doesn't respond to me and is doing just okay. And I just want her to connect. I will do that. Yeah. And then here's the other thing, Jody, you could do too. Like if you know her struggle, like maybe it's nighttime cravings or desserts or like time management, what you could do is just, occasionally post that in the group and then tag her And then just let her know, well, okay, hey, Jessica, I know you struggle with like, those cravings at night. I've been using this and it really works. And just like let it, I try not to lose like any brain cells over it, because it's like, you can't make somebody do it, but if she's doing all right, so just kind of keep it in the back burner, let her know, that way she doesn't feel like, she's like, well, why isn't Jody checked in on me? You know what I mean? Because then she can almost expect it because you're doing it so much. But let her know, hey, just let you know, I'm not trying to stalk you, but I'm here for you. And I know you were struggling with nighttime cravings, so what I will do is just take it upon myself to share some of those things in the group with you once or twice a week, right? Yeah, and just keep it like that, yeah. So, Stephanie, any questions you might have? Oh, there you go. Oh, you're unmuted, but I still can't hear you. I wonder why. That's okay. If you want to type it into, you can type any questions in that you might have. And then we have somebody on the phone. I'll unmute. Who's on the phone?
Hello.
Who is this?
Denise.
Hey, Denise. How are you, girlfriend?
Hi. Good. How you doing?
I am doing good. We're kind of doing like it's almost like a live Q&A type call, just because most of the coaches on this call have been coaches for a while, and they're just asking like very individual questions. What I'm going to do, you guys, is share the Get Right brand new coach call that shows you guys how to navigate Facebook, get your products paid for, all those things. And I have a recording that I'm going to provide you guys. But Denise, what questions might you have?
Well, I'm just getting it up and running, so it's probably a lot of basic things. I think Meg is going to do a one-on-one with me, maybe.
Awesome. No, I love it. So what I would do too, Denise, is I'll post later today, and that way you'll have all weekend. So you guys, during the weekend, I don't post in the training group. That way it gives you a time to scroll, maybe look at some files. So Denise, I will post Getting Right brand new coach call group. You guys can watch. Okay, so thank you for being on. We're excited to have you.
Yep, trying to get it up and going. I did my first post thing last night, so it was
congratulations.
I was a little nervous, but it was good.
I have to tell you guys, like, seriously, and I know, like, if any of you guys follow any of our coaches, like, you're thinking that there's no way this is ever humanly possible, but like, the very first time I ever put myself in a sports bra with my transformation picture, I didn't sleep that night. I was like terrified. And now I'm like, that's not a big deal. But I want you guys to know it's, you're going to grow so much, and you're going to be able to help so many people, and it's going to be so amazing through it. So you'll do great. So I'm excited to have you. So yeah. Well, thank you so much. So glad to have you, Denise. We'll definitely get you up and running even more.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem. And Miss Stephanie says, I can't think of any questions right now. I know what to do, and I did great at it for a short time, but then when life got super hard, I couldn't find a way to work through it. Zoom isn't. Oh, that's okay. So I want to share something with you guys before we close the call, because I wanted to make it about a half hour. All of us are going through something in our lives that is like super awful. I'm a horrible at words today. Like, I don't know, super difficult. And I always read in my books, and it really is so true. So Stephanie, I want to share, for me, like anytime I've been going through some different personal things, and it's just been super challenging at moments, and, trying to help my mom and dad liquidate things. And it's been so stressful so that they have money, and trying to help them from other states. And it's just like, oh my gosh. Right. And here I am, their child, and trying to take care of my parents, right? You're like, oh my God. So one thing that really keeps coming back to me that I've read from the books is that habits are created so that when those hard times come in your life, you actually can implement them. Because a habit is not hard to do when it's good. We do it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get my workout in. I'm gonna drink my pre-workout that I wish I could have 20 times a day. Life is good. God spoke to me today. The laundry is done. My husband told me he loved me and gave me a kiss. But that's not reality. Like that's not, there's something, right, that we all have that just knocks us down hard to our knees. And I want to share with you guys, in those moments, I still show up. Because for me, first of all, it helps me. I dive even harder into my personal development. I find when I'm going through something, that personal development is my lifeline. But a habit, being a coach, being a challenger, being, running this business, it really is more determined and shows when you're going through hard times. I actually texted this to, let me see if I can find it really quick, to my Diamond coaches. I sent them this the other day, and I just finished my personal development, and I just got off, and I sent them this message, and all of them were like, yeah, it's true. Sorry, guys. I said, let others' success motivate you guys. So you guys, if I compared myself to any other coaches, I would have quit like on day 2, right? Like a lot of coaches that signed around the same time as me are making 7 figures doing what they're doing, right? And they're, 15-star, double, triple, but I'm not, right? So, but let the success of others motivate you. In the storm is when your true self comes out. When times get tough, remember, you are not defined when it's easy, but when it's tough. What will you pick? Just my thoughts for today. And that was me. Obviously, you can tell my brain was much clearer than it is now, but that was my thoughts after my personal development, is I was like, you know what? Everybody has something, right? But what you choose to do in those hard moments really does define your character. Really, really does. And that kind of like always hits hard for me. I'm like, because it makes me catch my tongue and all of those things, right? Stephanie says the habits of working out and having my shake are there. Yeah, it totally. And it's like, and like, think about like, that wasn't something that you normally had. And the keeping up on social media and talking to other people is where I get stuck. Totally. So Amanda, the book, Eat the Frog by Brian Tracy, what I would do is eat your frog first. So this is actually what I do. I know you guys are going to think I'm a liar. I absolutely hate personal development. I don't love to read, and I'd rather do something else, right? Like I don't know. And so drinking my shake and working out is something I would do anyways my whole life. Like it's not a new habit. It's really something I've done for so long, right? But personal development and growing and asking myself to get uncomfortable is not something that I've been doing for more than the amount of time I've been a Beachbody coach. The other thing is, like this morning, 5 a.m., I'm voice messaging people and locking in spots for the new challenge group that starts on May 20th. I go ahead and I eat the frog right away. And I do the 2 things that I absolutely, I don't want to say struggle with anymore, but the 2 that are the hardest for me. Get the invites out, do the personal development, and then I do my shake and my workout. Now, this is me because I don't work out at 5 a.m. like some of you guys, right? So this works for me to eat that frog right away. And Brian Tracy in that book talks about eat your frog first, because otherwise nobody wants to really do those things because they're easy to slough to the side, right? You need to eat, so you're going to drink your shake. And then you know how you feel after a workout. So you're like, oh, I feel like crap. I better go ahead and just do my workout, right? So figure out what your 4 vital behaviors are that you just really like is your frog, and eat that first. And I know for me, Stephanie, that has literally changed everything for me. It's allowed my conversations to constantly going. So like right now, the conversations I had at 5 a.m., I'm going to end up this afternoon sending them some share carts. They've already given me their email, all those things, right? So like but I did that first in the morning to have that conversation so that today I can lock them in, versus if I had it later, I may not get them today. So for me, I really just have to kind of look at, I'm not good at this. I need to make this right away happen without even thinking. So I hope that helps, Stephanie. I hope that helps. Well, I'm really excited for you guys. I hope this Q&A was a lot of fun, just to kind of ask some pretty basic questions. But I love that each of you guys had something. I think each of you guys could learn from each of the topics. I think it's really, really great. So yeah, I love you guys. Let's make this next 30 days about growing and just trying to give more and get in that connection with others, eating our frog and living those 4 vital behaviors pretty strong, okay? All right, you guys, have an amazing Friday. Thank you for jumping on, each one of you guys. Bye.